Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. My first guest tonight has starred in Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Glory. Currently, he's co-starring in The Cable Guy, and he's also on Broadway in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, a role for which he won a Tony Award. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Matthew Broderick. You make people happy wherever you go.
I like to bring joy with me.
You brought joy to all of us. Thanks for coming back. Good to have you with us.
I'm glad. I was just here, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. You were here like 5 weeks ago or something.
Yeah, nothing's happened since.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Matthew Broderick, everybody! You came back just because you left something, didn't you?
Yeah, and I don't even remember what it is.
All right, good.
So.
Well, let's talk to you for a bit.
Okay.
Anyway, How to Succeed has succeeded very well for you. You've done great. And it's closing soon.
Yeah, July 14th.
Right,
it's
our
over.
Last
Show.
All right. Is this, what are you going to do? You're suddenly going to have, because you've been so busy, what with doing the movies and this at the same time, are you going to take a break?
I'm going to go away. Yeah, I'm going to take a vacation. I've been doing the show for like a year and a half. And so I'm kind of tired. So I'm going to go probably to Ireland for a little while where my family has a house. And
oh, yeah? Whereabouts in Ireland? I don't really know Ireland that well. I should.
In the...
You'd think.
That?
I don't know, because I'm 100% Irish. You'd think I'd been there. I haven't. I don't really know it that well. You know? Is it a nice place?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's
really? Does everyone look like me?
Yeah, they do. They're not as tall as you are.
Not like a big freak height.
They're elves.
They're small little people?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that about them.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna go there, and what do you like about Ireland? What do you enjoy about it?
Well, it's beautiful. I like the people. And I like the food. Some people don't like the food.
No, you don't. Really?
I do like the
Nobody
food.
likes Irish food. What is Irish food? It's just potatoes and stuff, right? Seriously, in my house, we grew up eating Irish food, and it was potatoes and, like, some cabbage and some boiled beef. Yeah. That's not like,
That's I like all
I can't wait to get me a mess of that.
Well, you know, if you don't overcook it, it's good, you know?
Irish food is supposed to be overcooked.
I
That's
know,
the
that
idea.
I don't like. But the actual potato itself, if cooked carefully,
You're so
good.
easy to please. You like a nice potato.
I like that mild plate of food, you know? I like it.
You like to eat it up and stuff like that. It's not too greasy, because I've heard, I had a friend just get back here, and he said the bacon actually has bones in it and stuff like that. Seriously, and sometimes the pig is still alive, kind of, and a struggle breaks out. Is that true?
Yeah, that is true.
But other than that, you really like it.
Yeah, you know, I like it.
Now, are you Irish? Well,
I'm half Irish. My father was Irish Catholic, and my mother is Jewish. So
oh my God, that's some mix. That's a lot of guilt, actually.
Yeah.
That's too much guilt, I would think. How do you think?
Why did you say that?
How do you think the mix has worked out for you?
Badly.
Really?
No. It's I don't know. You know, I have a sister who's a shrink, and a sister who's an Episcopal minister. So, and I'm an actor.
So it kind of just creates just a random explosion.
I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah, I guess it was a volatile mixture.
What were you like when you were a kid? Did you want to be an actor when you grew up when you were a kid?
No, I wanted to be a fire engine, like I remember. And,
wait a minute, you mean you wanted to be a fireman?
No, engine.
I'm glad your sister's a shrink. Works out nicely for you.
Yeah, they tried to dissuade me, my family. You know, be a fireman. Not me.
A kid's got to have his dreams.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't ask you about this last time, but you live with your girlfriend. You also work. She's in the show with you. Yeah. Sarah Jessica Parker is on stage with you, and you live together. Is that kind of hard on the relationship at all?
No, it's good. You know, we have a lot of trouble even having enough time together because we work in different cities. So it's good. It took a while to, you know, usually when you go to work, you go away from your family or whatever, and you have your little time at work. But this is like, it just goes on all the time. So.
Now, do you guys practice the show tunes and stuff in the apartment, things like that? Did it create any kind of weird...
No, we don't. We
That would be no, Conan.
But we do, you know, like, the funny thing is when we're at work, we barely get to talk because we're always, you know, on stage doing these musical comedy characters.
Mm-hmm.
So the only time we get to talk during work is, you know, if somebody's back is to the audience, you know, once in a while you might say, where did you put the, you know, the newspaper?
Yeah, right. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to help you. The potatoes,
No,
right? The
mayonnaise.
overcooked potatoes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Does she have any odd habits that you can disclose around the apartment? Anything that irks you a little bit? Come on, we'll just tell her not to watch.
But her friends will watch. You know what he did?
Yeah.
Well, she's a superstitious person.
I knew that. We had her on the show once,
had
and
her
she
on-
talked
she
about
tell
how
you about-
she needs to...
Tap the plane.
Before she gets on an airplane, Sarah Jessica Parker has to tap the plane a few times and then walk around the plane a few times and do all this weird stuff.
Yeah, she hasn't, I've not seen her walk around the plane, but but she taps.
Maybe I threw that in to make it more fun. I'm sorry. Trying to jazz the show a little bit there. I was out of my mind, but,
And I killed it.
No. By exposing how foolish I am, you made it even better.
Oh, good.
Now, but what does she do? Anything like that manifest itself around the apartment?
Well, you know, the trick is if I say, maybe I'll say something and put the whammy on something, you know what I mean? But she has, you know, what do you do about, do you tell superstitions? I suppose. But she puts, she has a word that she has to say at the first moment of every new month. So there's what I will not say that word now because it's not the beginning of a month, and we could all be in very dire trouble if I do that. But true, folks. So
And she has to say it the first moment of the month, right?
So she writes it down and puts it like a post-it on the telephone, you know, on the TV, on the radio, on the lamp, you know, anywhere she might look. There's a post-it with these words, which I will not say. You know, again. And I have to not say it either. So if you wake up and say, I have to go to the, you know, the hand, don't speak.
Don't speak.
Know,
and if you said the word, that would mean like something horrible would happen. Florida would break off from America and float away.
Yeah.
Who knows what could happen.
Something like that.
All right.
Really awful.
You know, we're running a little low on time, but I did want to ask you about recently. I saw one of your old films, Project X. You know, which is a movie where you worked with chimps, and this thought occurred to me as I was seeing, which was there's this old adage in show business: actors should never work with kids and with, you know, cute animals. Mm-hmm. And here you are, a distinguished actor. You've done well. You're a talented guy, but you're in this movie with all these cute chimps. And I was wondering, was that a struggle for you? Was that difficult?
Yeah.
Was it fun working with the chimps?
Well, I liked them. You know, they're like some of them were nice and some were not. You know, they're like people. Like you meet one and yeah, he's my kind of guy. I liked one. There's one named Arthur, who I befriended.
Right.
And Arthur was slated to play the lead in Project X. Actually, he was going to play, you know, the chimp that flies the plane and whatever. And so I got to, you know, bond with him. And sure enough, about 3 days before shooting began, he developed a habit where his lower lip was just like down all the time, just hanging down.
That happened to me on the show.
Yeah. And they got rid of him.
Really?
Yeah, they turned him into like just a background chimp, and they and they brought in this little really cute one who hated me.
What do you mean? Now, how could it hate you? You don't think you think of chimps as liking everybody? And...
No, they don't. Some of them do. He didn't really like people too much.
Right.
Arthur liked people. He was like, oh, let me get some Perrier. You know, he just like take anything. But Willie was very fussy and only liked fruit. You know.
Right.
Bananas and
right.
oranges.
Kind of a jerk.
Yeah, you know? I didn't like him.
And so you couldn't bond with him. And were they trouble to work with on the set? Like they wouldn't quite do what they're supposed to do? They're supposed to throw a pie at you, and then the time comes and they don't do it?
Yeah, all the time. You just sit there waiting like this for the chimp to finally pick up a pencil and go, woo, and then you say, thank you. You know, then you have to be ready to act at a moment's notice. But until that, you know, pencil comes up. And meanwhile, behind you, you know, there's a trainer just screaming his head off. Pick it up, Willie, the pencil, pick it up. No, not that, pick up the pencil. Screaming.
A little challenging for you, I would think.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me just mention, we didn't really talk about this, but your movie out, The Cable Guy, #1 movie last weekend, doing great. Right. And How to Succeed is running...
That's because I'm in it, by the way. I want to make that clear.
There it is. Very true.
I'm on a hell of a streak.
I don't even know the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
And How to Succeed runs until July 14th, and then it's done. You're off to Ireland, so people have to run and check it out.
Yes, come now, because it's really, I'm wonderful in this show. Yeah.
Something happened to you at the end of this segment. Suddenly, you just completely snapped.
Yeah.
All right. Matthew, thanks so much for coming back.
Thank
we always
you.
love having you
My
on the
pleasure.
show. Matthew Broderick, everybody. Rebecca Romaine, Duncan Sheik coming up. We'll be right back. Stick around.